So it's Saturday, 5 a.m. A little tired this morning. So there's a small craft advisory in effect that was originally in effect until 3 a.m. this morning, Saturday, which has now been extended to Sunday night. Not a huge issue, other than there's bigger winds a little bit further offshore. So the next day, if those push further inshore, if we go to Oceanside and we're getting these strong winds that are coming a little bit more out of the north, and not just out of the west, means we're going to be stuck in Oceanside, because we're probably not going to make very good headway against that. But as it looks right now, the wind's coming out of the southeast a little bit in Oceanside, whereas it's coming more out of the west. It's coming more out of the northwest further out, and from the west right around the tip of Catalina here. So it should be favorable winds to get us to Oceanside. And by this afternoon, the winds, this little circular effect will kind of be taken over by the winds coming out of the northwest. All right, perfect untie off the mooring, heading out of Avalon. Katie on Ohana is untying now. A little bit of wind coming from off the island. I think the tide's coming in a little bit, but it worked out well actually to have the untie the bow first. So probably the easiest unties I've done. Drama free completely. So we've got a little bit of a slog today. I think it's gonna be a long day. This will be 47 nautical miles. Beautiful morning. A little bit of fog or marine layer over the water out there, so we'll have to pay attention to that. I've got the radar turned on, but it actually looks like that's quite a ways away, so I think we've got pretty good viz. And this is what it looked like yesterday, and it all burned off, and by the time we were on the water, it was pretty clear. You couldn't see all the way to Oceanside, but you could see pretty far. So this Zeitgeist, this little wooden boat's pretty cool looking, isn't it? It's a pretty salty catch. All right, what time is it? 6:17. So one thing I never get tired of, check this out. These sunrises are amazing out here. So that's where we're headed. There's Ohana. She's got her main up. She's a little ahead of me. Main's going up. Winds are pretty light. They're gonna pick up. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up the main. If I get enough wind, I'll test the Genoa, see how that works out, but I'm stoked. Okay, 8 a.m. update. As you can see, the winds filled in a little bit. So the waves are coming mostly from behind us, and the wind is mostly ahead of us. I bared off about 10 degrees or so, just keep the main from flopping around a little bit. Debating whether to bear off another 10 degrees and put the head sail up rather than motor sail. Starting to pick up a little bit, so might be sailing a little bit. Probably will just go ahead and keep the engine running and motor sail through the shipping lanes. Getting ready to enter. We're just about entering the southbound coastwise shipping lane. It looks pretty clear. There's a boat, probably can't see it very well on camera, but you can see there's a boat up there on AIS. Says it's the Bill Goebel 79 foot 13.8 foot draft, underway using engine towing, doing at 9.7 knots. So that's the only northbound boat that it's the only one I can visually see. There's There's one more behind on AIS. Let's take a look and see what's going on with that one. He might be headed. Cabo Fuji, 103 feet. Tanker, 748 feet length. Beam, 103 feet with a 46.6 foot draft. That's nuts. He's doing 12.8 knots. Looks like destination Long Beach. So he's about 10 miles away from us almost. Coming across this way. So I think that's the only one that I'll want to keep an eye out for. But I'm not too concerned. Let's have a look behind us. There's Ohana. She's been messing around with her head sail. I think she's raised and lowered it several times. All right, let's listen to this.
Winds, northwest winds, 30 knots with gusts at 45 knots are expected when the winds are strongest. Seas, combined seas, 8 to 10 feet. Period around 11 seconds are expected when waves are largest. Precautionary preparedness actions. A gale warning means winds of 34 to 47 knots are imminent or occurring. Operating a vessel in gale conditions requires experience and properly equipped vessels. It is highly recommended that mariners without proper experience seek safe harbor prior to the onset of gale conditions. Small craft advisories. Point Peter's Blockers points at out to 10 nautical miles. Small craft advisory now in effect until 3 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time Sunday. East Santa Barbara Channel from Point Conception to Point Magoo, including Santa Cruz Island. Inner waters from Point Magoo to San Mateo Point, including Santa Catalina and Anacapa Islands. Small craft advisory now in effect until 3 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time Sunday. Point Peter's Blockers point south 10 to 16 nautical miles. Small craft advisory remains in effect until 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time Tuesday. Precautionary and preparedness actions. A small craft advisory means that hazardous wind and sea conditions will exist for small craft. Inexperienced mariners, especially those operating smaller vessels, should avoid navigating in these conditions. Beach hazard statement. Coastal hazard message. Ventura Coast, Los Angeles County Coast, including downtown Los Angeles. Beach hazard statement in effect from Saturday morning through Sunday afternoon. The National Weather Service in Los Angeles, Oxnard, has issued a beach hazard statement for above normal surf, which is in effect from Saturday morning through Sunday afternoon. Hazards. Dangerous rip currents and sneaker waves are expected due to elevated and strong surf of 4 to 6 feet on west-facing beaches. Impacts. There is increased risk for ocean drowning. Rip currents can pull swimmers and surfers out to sea. Sneaker waves can suddenly wash people off beaches and rock jetties. Precautionary preparedness actions. A beach hazard statement is issued when threats such as rip currents, longshore currents, sneaker waves, and other hazards create life-threatening conditions in the surf zone. Swim near a lifeguard. If caught in a rip current, relax and float. Don't swim against the current. If able, swim in a direction following the shoreline. If unable to escape, face the shore and call away for help. This is Coast Guard Sector Los Angeles out.
Okay, so Cabo Fuji, the Supertanker that's in the northbound coastwise shipping lane, is about 6 miles out. He's doing 12.6 knots or so. Might show up a little bit more clearly there. Here's where he's at on the AIS right here. So visible on AIS, I get a radar return. So yeah, if I were doing this at night, I think I'd have pretty good confidence that I knew where the ship was and I could steer around him. He's gonna pass in front of us, I think, pretty easily. So as expected, Cabo Fuji passed in front of us with plenty of room to spare, 2.5 miles. There they are. These guys are moving along at a pretty good clip. Looks like Ohana's getting boarded. Oh, he's checked out by the Navy or something. So, Navy or some security boat out here. We're technically we're in international waters, or at least the border. I'm sure we're in the U.S. Exclusive economic zone or whatever. So so yeah, I'm curious what these guys are looking for out here. If they're looking for people fishing, looking for boats coming in internationally, or what. Looks like they just gave Katie a look and now they're headed over towards me. So we'll see. Not every day I've got Coast Guard or Navy coming up behind me. How's it going? Good.
Good. We talked to Buddy.
Yeah.
He's out here just making contact with many best spots in space. Keeldragger?
Keeldragger, yes.
Where?
Dana Point. We left Avalon though this morning.
Did we stop you maybe 2 weeks ago on a Saturday?
You did.
That's right.
Yeah.
I recognized your boat. I'm like, you're consistent. Good boat. Yeah, we haven't. You guys are first boat we've seen.
I'm sorry.
You're the first boat we've seen today.
Oh, really?
Down here.
Yeah, we're kind of trying to hoping to get into Oceanside before the winds kick up and everything. So.
Okay, brother. Well, we won't take any more of your time.
Okay, no worries.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Same guys that stopped me last time. So the wind's creeping up a little bit. It's 10 o'clock. Wind hasn't really shifted much, maybe a little bit. We bared off a little. Sea State's picking up. Ohana's sailing like a boss. I think she's motor sailing, but she's definitely making better speed than I am. I'm gonna put up the staysail here, just because I know the wind's gonna pick up a little bit later. So I'll probably use this sail for the rest of the day, I imagine. And yeah, it doesn't do it justice, but looking at the camera, but definitely definitely seeing some more wave action here, and expect that's only going to increase. But I wonder how this is going to work, since the wind is going to shift from behind us. So the wind and waves right now are coming from up front. So we'll see. All right, I'm not gonna lie, rigging the staysail was a pain in the ass. Just a little bouncy up there on the foredeck. If I lost 100 pounds, probably would be a lot less bouncy up there with all that weight forward. But it helped out a little bit. I'm going a little faster. The boat's a little bit better balanced. Still gonna keep motor sailing till the wind shifts, just to keep our speed up so we can get there before dark and get in before the rougher weather comes in. But feeling pretty good about how things are dialed in right now, so I can kick back and chill for a little while till it's time to make a sail change or something. Guessing a couple of hours of this, and then we'll see if the winds winds up coming back around. Noon update. We've got like 22.8 miles into Oceanside. Directly off of port is, or just about directly off of port, a little bit forward of us is Dana Point. So really wanted to sail. The winds have been light. The seas have flattened out a little bit as we've gotten a little closer to shore. I tried putting the Genoa up to see what we could do, but there's just too much south, and it's too much south winds, which is pushing me more straight west towards Dana Point. So don't really need to get too much closer to shore. I want to stay about 5 miles offshore. 1237. Ohana's about a half-mile inland. The winds already started to shift, so I'm sailing closer to like 120. So I'm headed pretty much right where I want to head towards Oceanside. started thinking about lunch, and I'm like, well, I spent $5 grand in Mexico getting the boat fixed up, and one of the things I did was have this custom propane locker put in. So I'm making chicken taco fajitas, whatever those are. I thought I had an onion in there. I don't know what happened to it. At any rate, gimbaled stove in action, and I'm looking forward to actually having a hot lunch. This will be awesome. All right, lunch is coming along. Still don't know what happened to that onion. All right, 1:32, and the engine is off. So we're getting a lot more west in the wind now. We'll see if it's fast enough to get us going the speed. I'd like to stay around 5 knots or do a little better if I can. Right now I'm getting 4.5, 4.7 is what I'm seeing there. 4.8. Not too bad. I think the wind's going to build. Hopefully I can sail her in for the next 3 hours. That's my plan. Both running 2 head sails. So we're rocking the cutter rig, full canvas. We get a lot more wind, we'll reduce sail, but for right now, I'm feeling pretty good about this. All right. They're not too close, but I don't know, 150 meters out. There's a bunch of dolphins over there, probably all feeding on a school of fish. Can't tell if that was a sea lion that jumped out of the water or a dolphin. Just popped out about 20 feet off my port side and jumped back in the water. Caught him out of the corner of my eye. There's one. 2. All kinds of welcoming committees coming into Oceanside. Alright, it's 4:15, just rolling into Oceanside. You can see the Oceanside side. There's the jetties, breakwaters, whatever you want to call those. There's the buoy marking the entrance. So I was able to get a hold of the folks in the harbor office. We've got our slips assigned, so we're not in as big of a hurry to get here before they close, because we can do the night registration. So far it's been really easy passage, and the only potential drama coming up is tying up the boat. Getting a little rocky out here, but the winds really haven't picked up like we expected them to this time in the afternoon, so we'll see what happens later this evening. But so far so good.